Okay, so we're going to take this out. We're going to upgrade this. We have a switch. We don't know what it does. And we have a new white outlet and a new white GFI we're going to put in here. So it's all nice and matching. So I'll take this off here. You can see the careless wiring there. This is our mystery switch. We don't know what the wires are, what they go to. So make sure our wire nut's on there nice and tight. We'll get it back here out of our way. And we'll get our other wire straightened out here. Wire off. It doesn't want to go, so you know what? It doesn't want to go. You don't get upset about it. It's not going to fit. It's not going to fit. So what I'll do is I'll bend it over like this. And now it will fit. There it is. Put it on our top here. You can see how sloppily they left a whole bunch of copper exposed behind here. Hey, and that screw wasn't even tight. That's our hot wire right here. You can see the sloppy job they did putting the ground wire on the green screw. So the one we're putting in is Eaton. You can see it says where it says line and load, and that's our ground. I'm going to pull some tail wire out of here. We're going to make a tail to go to our outlet and to our GFI. And hook opens there even on the end here. So here in the country I was born in, we use 12 American wire gauge on 20 amps for a 20 amp circuit. Black is live, white is neutral, and the bare wire is the ground. So we're going to have this outlet protected by the GFI here. So we'll strip our wire with our number 12 hole. We take off about an inch of insulation on each wire. You always make your loop the direction your screw turns. Close your loop the direction your screw turns, like that. See how I made that loop a little too big, so I'll take that off. Take a little off here. Here in the country I was born in, you have to have a GFI protection on your outlets within 6 feet of the sink in the kitchen. And of course, any outdoor outlet has to be GFI protected. And in the bathroom. And of course, around the swimming pool. Make sure it's nice and tight like that there. And we'll get our ground wire around our green screw. Okay, so how are you doing in there?
Good.
Good. Put our wire around the screw the direction our screw turns. Make sure it's nice and tight. Okay, we'll get these wires back into our box. Keep our ground wire down at the bottom here. On the back of the GFI, you'll notice it has double slots, so you can put 2 wires in under each one. So we'll get our wires pulled out here. And we'll check our strip lengths. That one's going to be good. That one's going to be good. It's going to be a little long. So we're going to go with our line for these existing wires, and we're going to put our load, which are these two, down here where it says load. So we'll put our ground under our ground plate here and make sure our copper goes up under the screw head all the way. And then make sure that, okay, the load goes down here on the bottom. Okay. So we're going to put our black load over here on this side. And make sure we get our insulation not pinched under the screw terminal there. And I see our copper up at the end, that's what we want. I'll bring it over this way. And I'll get our black load, our white load, over here. And get it under our pressure plate there. Okay, now we can put our line up here and our power out. Make sure our copper is coming up to the I want to make sure our pin insulation is not getting pinched under here. Okay, that's what we want right there. Okay, I see our copper on both ends here. Okay, now I'll get our black wire hooked up over here. Make sure it's nice and tight. Okay, now we can push this in. Now we're going to have to make sure our ground wire stays down away from everything over here. Works. And we'll stick our cover on. That's what it's going to look like. But I'm going to just take my flashlight and look and make sure our ground wire is back away from everything. Everything looks okay. I gotta get it on there. Make sure it's nice and tight. And we are all set.